Hi, my name is Brittany, and this is my story. I grew up in the church. Some of my earliest experiences were filled with memorizing verses and hearing Bible stories. But it wasn't until many years later that I actually understood my need and recognized my need for the gospel. In fact, the moment I was able to choose for myself, I actually ran as far away from God as I possibly could. I never really wanted to know who he was. By the time I left for college, I'd completely distanced myself from the church and became so consumed with all the things the world had to offer. I built a life I thought was satisfying until it all began to fall apart. See, I'd lost scholarships, relationships, I couldn't get a job, parties I attended stopped satisfying, and my friends stopped reaching out. I watched as everything I had worked so hard to earn, plan, and create began to slip through my fingers. And it was in this moment, after I'd exhausted all other options and burned every bridge, that I began to wonder if there was something better, something more for my life. I genuinely had nothing left to lose, and God was the only thing I had left to try. So after this moment, I decided I was just gonna try it. I prayed to God for the first time. I didn't know what to expect. But in that moment, God met me right there, right where I was. In a moment of complete desperation, he came and met me on my cold dorm room floor. And from there, I've never looked back. I still didn't know what I was going to do or where I was going to go, but I knew that I wanted to be wherever he was. And over the next few months, I got to watch as he closed doors and redirected my life in profound ways. And since then, I've committed to following God in every area of my life. It's been messy and not looked the way I imagined, but I can imagine doing it any other way. And it's actually been a few years since I made that decision to follow Jesus for the rest of my life. And while I've been following him and serving the church for a few years, I never took the opportunity to be baptized. Many times the idea crossed my mind, but I never followed through. And over the last few months, I have felt him challenging me and leading me to take this next step. For me, this decision is not only an act of obedience, but a beautiful reminder of how far God has brought me and the faithfulness he has shown me every step of the way.
Hi, I'm Allison, and Brittany and I have known each other for at least 3 years, if not more. It feels like 10. But man, it's just been such a beauty to be able to be your friend, to be a leader alongside you, and now to be on staff together. So just so exciting to do life with this incredible person. So Brittany, I have 2 questions for you. Did you choose to make Jesus your Lord and Savior?
Yeah.
She says yes. And do you intend to follow him all the days of your life?
Heck yeah.
I love it. All right, so as your sister and as your coworker and as your friend, it is my pleasure to baptize you in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.